If you're looking to advertise, sponsor, or be a guest on CONVO with CINO to talk about your business or event, or you have a powerful story or testimony, email info@convowithcino.com or visit www.convowithcino.com.
Now tuning with your favorite host. It's Convo with Mr. CINO Show. Bring you the latest on the gossip and more. Creating innovative new opportunity. Reliable source to provide info like a news feed. Interviews up close and personal. With high topics, entertainment and how you want it for more. Creative content on a whole different note. Motivating, building up our future with hope. Right here on your #1 show. You hear it first, like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. Convo with CINO. You hear it first, here like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. Convo with CINO.
Ever since 12, I could sell, I am ML. Yeah, they thought that I would fail, cause I went to jail. Hell, now it's ML. That's on my life. In this game, y'all know my name, I am ML.
What's going on, y'all? It's your man Corey Williams checking in for another fire episode of Convo with CINO. And today, hold on, before we get going, hit that like and subscribe button. And I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with your boy for these 28 episodes now. So welcome again to Convo with CINO. So we're gonna get right into it, guys. So today I'm thrilled to have a guy who just, when you talk about hustling, when you're talking about being a boss, you know, that's what this guy represents, of being a boss. So we're gonna have some boss talk today. And so let me tell you a little bit about this guy. And you know, I can't wait to just sit down and talk to him. But so ML Underwood, right? Challenging times, you know, from federal prison to become an influential voice of multiple arenas. His journey, nothing short of extraordinary. Okay, Mr. ML Underwood is not just an artist. He's with Empire Records, but also a strategic boxing promoter and manager, a visionary author. We're gonna get into some of that tonight. And of course, the CEO of both Millionaire Mind Consulting and My Life Entertainment. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of making impactful changes. Join me tonight when I dive deep into the world of ML Underwood, exploring the intersections of music, business, leadership, life lessons. Get ready for an episode filled with inspiring stories, groundbreaking insights, and a unique perspective on success. So now we about to get into some boss talk with my man, ML Underwood. What's up, my guy?
Oh, what's happening? What's
up, man? How you feel, man?
I'm good.
You said I had to throw, I see we coordinated it, man. And shout out to my girl at Agape, man. Agape gear, man. Yeah, so I had to, definitely, I had to look you up, man. It's a lot on you, man. I had to, you know, my car wasn't doing no justice, man.
Oh, man.
It's a lot to you, man. So what's going on, man?
Man, you know, it's the same old, you know, I've been, I mean, it's been a lot going on. You know, my main focus right now is, you know, a lot of people notice, you know, I know you see my wife, her business, you know, GSO, good, you know, Good Sense Oil, it's getting big, you know. So it's like a lot of the expertise that I have, that I've been using to make everybody else rich, you know, it's time to shift over and kind of go all, you know, full blast with my wife.
Man, well, we talking to a boss today, man. I feel good. We here in the beautiful Karma Lounge. We in their back office. You know, this place stays packed. I remember this place just starting out, man, and to see where it's going elevated to, is nothing short but amazing. So let's talk about you, man. ML Underwood, man. Let's talk about this ML, man. MLE, ML. What does that stand for? I mean,
well, it's my life. My life. You know, if you notice, all my music everything that I talk about, anything you read about is always about my life. It's experiences that, things I've been through. And I try to share it through music. You're like, you heard my song, Show Me, my relationship with my wife,
Yeah.
a crazy love, the crazy part,
Yeah.
relationships, I mean, all the songs that I've, been a part of has been about my life. The birthday song,
Yeah,
about my
yeah.
birthday. So I just try to share with the world, everything about my life and be transparent about it. And in which I've been transparent in my book,
Yeah.
the book I wrote.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. We're gonna get into that, man. Because I've been knowing you for quite some time, you know. So tell us where you from, man. Like give us the kind of, don't go back to when you was, snotty nosed kid.
No, I know.
Where did the birth of ML come from? Like, where you from and the birth of the boss?
CONVO with CINO would like to thank Midwest Custom Print specializes in helping small businesses and corporations' digital and print branding come to life. www.midwestcustomprint.com. You think it, we create it.
Well, I grew up, I grew up in Gary, but I had an interesting, and everyone in Gary knows this about me, what I'm about to share is that, I grew up, of course, in the hood. I grew up, my mom and dad. My dad was a successful man. He was an engineer. He was like hustling.
Okay.
He was, a lot of people don't even know, he used to, Marcus Fairchild was one of the managers for the Jacksons. My daddy was a gambler, and he would hustle money up for them to try to move around different cities. Back then, the men used to come together and support each other, for things like that. My dad was one of the men to, get that money together, get the Jacksons on the road to do what they, do their thing. My daddy was a real hustler. I'm just like him.
Okay.
And he's an engineer. He worked at the post. He's an engineer at the post office, pest control business called Underwood Pest Control.
So you just so you got the boss in you. You was born the boss.
Yeah, it came from I was cut from that. Yeah, my dad was a real hustler. And then my mom was religious. She was a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I grew up going to the meetings with her. But then when I go to school, I had some nephews from that grew up in Dormilla. I was hanging around the gangsters. So I was like, I went to the hall. I was, studying the Bible, but then I was with the gangsters and stuff too. So I had, both worlds, and I was enmeshed in both of them.
Yeah.
And I contribute that to me becoming ML.
It kind of reminds me of 50 Cent. 50 Cent kind of, he talks about from the streets to business and using that parallel, from of his success, to really contribute to his success. Would you kind of say the same thing? How the streets have helped you?
I would definitely say that.
Shout out to Dormilla. Shout out to all the
Dormilla. Oh man, Dormilla man. He's the Valley. I was everywhere. One thing about
because you know a lot of people.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you an interesting story. When I was in school, they gave me an award called Mr. Congeniality because the teachers would always say like, wait a minute, Marlon, you was an honor student, but they seen me hanging with I was never with a known clique. I was with everyone.
Okay.
I'm talking about I was in the community room.
That's that Libra in you.
Yes,
we got this Libra thing going on. That's why, look, we didn't coordinate this or nothing. I ain't talked to, this man come with a jog. Y'all know I don't wear no jogger suits, So I think, we just think alike, man.
Some Libras, you know how it is with us.
Yeah.
So I was just with everybody, and it's like, so even though I was an honor student and I made straight A's, like I really was serious about making good grades, I still was about it too.
Wow.
Because I was, my brother had a brother named Johnny, called him Top Dog. He was, I had him around, and everybody in the streets respected him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And my other brother, Jimbo. So it's like, I had a lot of brothers that were straight gangsters. So it's like, I didn't have no choice but to have both words. So it's like, it was both.
Yeah.
And people who study me will understand, like, man, some people get confused. Like, man, how? But then people who know me be like, yeah, they see.
Yeah.
They see,
Yeah, that's dope, man. I can, as I'm listening to you, I can kind of relate, I remember one time, I was the type of person to do my homework. The teacher give you homework in class and everybody else start talking. I do my homework. So I wouldn't carry no books. And then I ended up being on honor roll. People like, how do you do that? Because while y'all talking, I'm getting work done.
I was about that.
You know what I'm saying?
I had to be the best of whatever I put my mind to, man. When I was younger, man, I really was I was graduating like the top of my class at Williams, Pulaski. Man, Roosevelt, that's when I started getting into, getting a little, the street life getting to me. So I kind of graduated. I think I was like in the top 10 or 15 or something like that. Roosevelt. So I was supposed to have been at the, I was supposed to get out of there like.
So did you go to college?
Yeah, I did. I went to Purdue. I wrestled for Purdue.
Okay.
I went to Purdue.
So you wrestle, so you athlete, so you just multifaceted, bro. This is y'all may as well sit back. This is gonna be a long conversation here. We're gonna get to know this, brother. So you wrestled, went to college. So let's talk about your first entrepreneurial spirit, or when you really what was the first thing you did when you really seen some money? Because I think you used to work in the mill. Did you?
I started out. Actually, I started off in the street. I got off courts, man, and got into the streets and started, I got into the street because, in the 90s, the drug life was like so attractive. So I kind of got distracted. I was in college. Everybody on drugs in college.
Yeah, 90. That was 90. That was like the New Jack City time.
Especially Purdue. I was at Purdue. It was like a whole nother thing.
And I'm gonna tell you, Gary was getting. It was the boys, and Gary was getting money. The fellas was getting money, man. I mean, the stuff because you taking me back now. So the stuff I used to see, the cars and everything.
And they was
I remember it was a guy. I kind of know his name, but the man had a jacuzzi.
Oh yeah, I know. That's my man.
In his truck.
Yeah, that's my man. You talking about Charles Law? Yeah, he was.
The man had a jacuzzi in the back of his truck.
Yeah, that's my man. Man. We gotta go way back with him. I got some stories with him coming from Purdue. Because I used to come from Purdue and come to Gary and go right back to Purdue.
Okay.
I was, man, that was rough, man. That was, I don't really commend myself on that type of way I was living. But man, but I was supposed to have been in my books. I was an engineering major. I was an engineering major in that. But man, I would come back, and I would just, my dorm room was just full of people coming through all day long. And I had to get out of there after my second year, man. I was like, hold up, they closed me down.
You was like my man on Power, for real. Like
for real. That's for real.
So when you watch them shows, you like, I remember that.
Yeah, I saw that on Power. I think I was doing that in college.
Yeah.
And I got away with it because I was smart.
Yeah. And
then I had everybody liked me. Everybody wanted to be around me.
Yeah.
So it's like, man,
you weren't the typical suspect. You know what I'm saying? So
to the end, to them, I forget what they call them. Like they manage like the dorm area. They start seeing all the traffic.
Yeah.
They come say, Marlon, man, I like you, man. I hope you're not, man. I used to be like,
man.
You took me way back with that one, man. But I made a lot of money doing that there. But that was the kind of beginning of like using my skills for the wrong thing. And then
so what was the turning point? To kind of go from the streets to, traditional business.
Good question, man. The turning point was after I left college, and I went through some bouts, of kind of find myself. Like I was like, man, I can't do this forever. Like this, like hold up, man. And then I'm not in college no more, so that's when I got into the mill.
Okay, so for those who don't know,
I worked at the mill.
For those who don't know, the Gary Steel Mill is that was like the equivalent to being a baller. You know what I'm saying? So if you worked in the mill, if you had a mill job,
I was young.
You were the man. Like my dad retired from the mill, U.S. Steel.
Good pension and all.
Yeah. So because some people would consider that like the pinnacle. Okay, I'm in the mill. I made it. I can sit back, work these hours, get double time, quadruple time.
Yeah, I don't knock it. I
sit back and make it. So So you in the mill? How long did you work in the mill?
I was in the mill for like 8 years.
8 years. Okay.
Yeah, and
so when you were working, when you were making that money, were you like thinking of other business? Like, did you like the job, or you were just doing it for money, or what?
Man.
What was your mindset when you was working the job?
Bro, I'm working in the mill. And this Jewish guy come to my house, because in the mill, if anybody watching this, in the mill, you get this card in the mail. It's like for free $2,000 accidental death insurance.
Okay.
And you fill it out, I used to bring it in.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, y'all.
So
Here goes.
a Jewish guy comes to my house. Young, he was young too, and he comes in and sit down with me, and my wife at the time, and he was trying to sell me some insurance. So I'm listening to him, and I'm going back and forth with him, and he just looking at me, and I'm just going back and I'm reasoning with him, and he didn't sell me. He didn't sell me because I was already on insurance myself anyway, as far as what I had on my family. But then when he was over, when he was leaving, he turned to me and he said, he's in my documentary. If you ever looked at my documentary online, he said, bro, if you work with me and do what I'm doing right now, he said, I can guarantee you'll become a millionaire.
Welcome. I'm Corey S. Williams, an executive director at Legal Shield, dedicated to providing families and businesses with affordable access to the expertise of attorneys. But my journey doesn't stop at just legal services. I'm here to empower individuals, transform lives, and shape futures. Get access to a nationwide network of law firms for only $29 a month for you and your family. Go to www.cinolc.com and click Legal Services to sign up today.
He said, the type of person you are, the way you was talking to me, he said, I've never met nobody like you. And I'm looking at him like, are you serious? He said, he showed me a paycheck. He showed me one of his paychecks. That's how he got me, bro. Hey, bro, he showed me a paycheck for like 10 grand. I said, in 1 week you made that? He said, bro, a guy like you probably make about 20. I was like, man, I came back and told my wife, I was like, and then I gave it a try. I called him back.
So he recruited you. He recruited you off the check, pretty much. Just him doing your check. Him showing you a check.
He showed me the check how he got me.
And this is for life insurance.
Yeah, just selling life to union members.
Okay, so
the union members.
So a life insurance salesman came to your house, and this is how life. This is how God works, and how life can kind of. Why you have to be open. You know what I'm saying, to opportunities, because if you weren't open, like you could have just treated him any kind of way. But the way you treated that gentleman opened up an opportunity. A lot of people say, well, I'll act certain way when I get this, or I'll do, but I've always been taught you have to do the thing to get the power.
That's right.
So it's not like, well, when I get a better job, I'll be more happier. No, get happy so you can get a better job.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta do the thing.
You gotta do the thing to get the energy to come back to you.
That's right. So you were so with that experience, so you're in the mill, you see this opportunity, and so how long did it take you to get started?
Man, it was like.
So you had to go get your insurance license.
Yeah, I had to get my license. It didn't take me long at all, even.
Cause you smart guy, so you probably aced the insurance test, Cause some people can't even pass that.
They can't pass that. Especially Indiana.
I've seen people. Yeah, I used to do insurance.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did insurance. So I don't mind taking tests. Tests are like so easy, But so you got your insurance license.
Yeah, man.
But you still working in the mill.
So
you doing both?
I worked in the mill for about a week, and I went out with him.
Okay.
And
so this is called field training.
Yeah, field training. You go with
so because I gotta put some lessons in this.
Because I wasn't licensed when I was going out with him. Okay. I wasn't licensed at the time. Because I was waiting on my license to come. I was going to the process. You get training before you get your license. You got to go out in the field with a person who's experienced before you can actually do it yourself. Anyway, you can't be just thrown out to the world. And that's one of the things that I was able to help in the insurance industry, is helping people to become consultants and kind of like help a new agent before you throw them out there. Because that's why I noticed a lot of these companies throw agents out there.
Yeah.
And they don't make it. They be like, oh, they don't know what to do. You got to be with them for a few months and helping them and training them before they actually can get on their own and do well. Because this is a tough business. Yeah. Only top 10% make all the money.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So this is interesting because I've never known this story. Like I know you did insurance. I know you did insurance, but I didn't know how you got started. So that's interesting. So you go out with the guy first week. So when you got started, when he let you go,
he let me go, man. I swear, 3 days.
3 days. So after the third day, what happened?
The third day, he was like, "We've never done this. We normally train people for like 3 or 4 months, but you can do this on your own." I said, "I know I can." And then when I got my license and I went out on my own, that first week I made $22,000. And guess what I did? I went straight to the mill. My guy, it's so crazy. Before I came here, I seen my guy, my manager, at the middle of the, I just seen him before I came here. And I told him, I said, bro, I'm done. Look what I just made, man, doing this insurance stuff. It's like 20-some thousand dollars. He was like, bro, much love. He hugged me. Well, I said, I quit, and I left. I left on the spot. Soon as I seen that check, I had to see, because they was giving you checks back then. That company I was working with, they was giving you checks. You know, it's not electronic like it was. I've seen the check. When I got that check, I was like, man, I said, I'm done, bro. It's over with. I was able to pay bills forever. So, and then it just kept elevating. I mean, I kept elevating to heights, you know.
I remember.
Records and worldwide. Man, that story with that company. And then the guy that brought me in, I ended up surpassing him. He didn't mind. He always was proud of the fact that he brought me in. I ended up surpassing him, and I was running the Northwest Indiana with the company, and with about maybe 40, 50 some agents, you know, at the time.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. That's an amazing story.
Yeah. I didn't know it was amazing at the time. I was just doing me.
You just doing you.
I didn't know till I got after 20 years, and I was like, look back, and I was like, and no one has done that since then.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, hold up, okay, I see what all the noise was about.
Wow.
I was just doing me, man. I was just trying to go after the money, man. I was 26 at the time, and I'm like, hold up, man. You know, and I made $1 million in 1 year, and you know, and doing insurance, something that's easy to me, and then it just kept elevating. After that, you know, and of course, you know.
So what comes with that? What comes with you know, as Jay say, with celebrity comes 70 shots to your brain, you know?
Man, it comes
what comes with that type of growth, that rapid growth?
That growth.
And what was your mindset?
It was beautiful in the beginning because I was making not only myself rich, but it was a lot of uplines. You know how it go. They were all getting rich.
Yeah.
Every time I'm calling, they on a golf course.
Yeah.
I'm working like an animal. You know what I'm saying? I'm out in the field, but there's like 2 or 3 other people over me who was just making millions off the work that we were doing.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point, the turnaround where, you know, some people think, okay, all right, it's a fluke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do this forever. And then when I broke the record, like the record that's been, somebody had it for like 10, 15 years. I broke the record, and we had like a convention in Miami, or somewhere in Florida. I don't think it was Miami, somewhere in Florida. I forgot. I flew my whole family in, and it was until I got on stage, and they surprised me with a check, a bonus. They gave me a bonus, like $75,000 bonus.
Okay.
In front of like 20-some thousand people. Now, these are all the agents all over the world, you know, Australia, everywhere. It was until then that's when it kind of, the pressure hit me. Yeah, because I became, all eyes was on me.
Okay.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
Are you bringing guns in that house? I mean, that was a joke. That's the joke that was a joke at all the conventions. Like, they was like, Underwood, are you bringing guns in the house, man? Are you putting guns on people? I was like, no, man. I mean, that was just a joke.
Wow.
We would be laughing.
Yeah, it's a joke, but my dad always said, you cracking, but you facking.
Yeah, that's
exactly
what it was.
Yeah.
And I saw looks that I've never seen before. Scary looks from powerful people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And but it was cool because as long as I was making the people above me rich.
Yeah.
You know, and that, because I was with the unions. So with the unions, you know, it's a whole other energy with them. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you who brought me in. You know, I told you who brought me in. So that's who was above me too.
Okay.
So they were all getting rich. And I stayed, as long as I stayed in, you know, doing that, I was fine.
Yeah.
But of course, me, you know, how I grew up, my daddy was a boss and a hustler.
Yeah.
Once I saw what you were doing, I want to be you.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I did it. And so if I'm removing myself out of that equation and you making all these millions and I'm now becoming you can't make no money off me no more.
Yeah.
You know, that's when the stress came.
Okay.
And you know, that's when to me it seems like when that happened, it seems like I had protection then. It seemed like I had no more protection out there. I was on my own. On my own for like 10, 12 years, just as an IMO myself. And I had about 100 some agents myself But I branched off and left them and started my own thing, you know. But even before then, they even told me they wanted to give me like a higher position, but it was like, it just ain't time, bro. Where you at? You got a 600% penetration rate, and you know, the person above them, they all family and cousins, and you know, and it's like, we ain't ready for you to get that yet.
Yeah.
You know, you know, so you know, I had to deal with that, and then when I left and did it on my own, which I did it great for a while, and I was happy, but man, it came with some. It came with some scrutiny and all kinds of stuff. I had to, you know, dot your I's, cross your T's. You have to be almost perfect. You can't make no kind of mistakes or anything. You know.
So you've reached the pinnacle of success with people coming at you. So where did it, after that, like what happened to that you ended up in federal prison?
Well, I got to a point where I kind of the money got to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It did get to a point, because when I became an IMO.
Now, what's the IMO for those?
It's like a master general agent. It's like, you know, it's like a top of the, it's like the position between the actual insurance company and you. Okay. You're the next person.
Okay.
You know, the insurance company is like, okay, who we paying? We paying you. And then you pay everybody else.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's like, you know, I'm the, you know, next, I've dealt with all the insurance companies, you know, it's like, for example, you had like, give you an example, like Mutual of Omaha. So, and I would have the IMO contract, and then all my agents under me, you know, maybe 120 some agents. Once I get paid, they will get paid after I'm paid. And they take percentage. I had people on 50%, 75%.
Yeah.
You know how they go 100%. You know, I had like 165, 75% contracts. So I was able to get people 100% contracts. I was able to make millionaires myself.
Yeah.
You know, I would give a person 100%. That's almost unheard of in the insurance industry, to be able to get 100%.
100%. Yeah.
I was giving people that. Like,
I know some companies start you out at almost 40%.
Yeah, like 40, 35.
Yeah, 35, 40%. Yeah.
I used to hear that and be like, oh my goodness, the robbery. The robbery in this industry, man.
we ain't gonna name drop.
Yeah, we're not gonna name it.
But I know those companies. But
you know.
So what happened? So I mean,
so it's like money got to me, man, and you know, of course, you know, I got in the entertainment industry. I was making so much money.
Yeah.
That I was young.
Because you got into the entertainment while you were doing
that. While I was doing that, I was looking for ways to, man, I can make all this money. I need to go and blow some of my people up in the city. Like I got a rapper like Tension, you know. I think I hooked up with a boxer, Don Moore. He just fought Mayweather.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
And you know, just whoever I seen in Gary that had potential, I was on them. Yeah. I was like, hey, what you need?
Yeah. And shout out to Tension, man. That's my man.
Yeah, we had that Mammy Doe song. That thing.
Yeah, Mammy.
And that's the whole, man. I mean, that was back in the time we had to pay radio, man.
Yeah.
Had to pay radio to really.
And then you guys went on. I remember you went on 106 in Park. You know, that thing was jumping. So, so let's get back to the. Hold on, because I gotta do before I do that, man. I always give my guests something kind of special, man. Something kind of special, you know. Since we talking boss talk, man, you know, shout out to my man, you know, Boss Talk on behalf of, you know, the Bel Air. Richer than I ever been, man. It's the Rick Ross.
That's fine. Hey, man, thanks, man.
So that's for you, bro. That's for you.
I got something for you, man.
So since we talking boss talk, before we get too deep into the boss talk,
I need my book,
man. Appreciate that, man. Shout out, man. And I'm gonna read it.
You know, read it? Yeah, I know you will.
And I remember when the book came out, because you've been doing some great things.
Appreciate this, man. You know, people don't give me much. Yeah, 'cause I'm always the giver.
Come on, man.
So whenever someone gives me something, I really, really appreciate that, man. I appreciate this, bro, because and it's from your heart, and it's like I said, people feel like I don't need nothing, and you know what I'm saying?
What do you get a guy who got everything?
My wife is saying the same thing, but I'll be like, baby, you don't believe.
What you get a guy like that, man? So that's why I had to.
Bro, this here is, man, bro, you got me with this one, bro. I appreciate this. Hey,
no doubt, man. So look, what we gonna do, man? We gonna take a break. We gonna get back into this. We gonna light up because
I'm gonna tell you how I gotta tell everybody. I gotta tell everybody. I gotta be transparent. It's in my book. I want to be transparent about that. You know what I'm saying? I want to let the world know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna take a break. What we gonna do? We're gonna take a break real quick, And we actually gonna cut into your video, man, the happy birthday song. We got that video, cause that was dope,
Thanks, man. Yeah, I
so we gonna
appreciate
cut
that.
into the video. We gonna come back and light up a couple cigars,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So let's get into the video now.
My Life Entertainment.
Go shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. Go shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. Go shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. Go shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. Living my life now. We from a boy to a man with a plan and a wife now. We partying all night now. Cause tomorrow ain't promised, I'm taking advantage right now. All day, every day, we stay fly. Ain't a thing in the stove that we can't buy. From Gary, Indiana to the CHI. They knew when I was born I would be that guy. On top now, setting up shop now. Can't nobody leave DJs a lockdown. I see that Brecken mama, show me what you got now. Every bottle at the bar and the pop now. Hey, we teed up and we celebrating. Now put the good vibes only, we're never hating. Go getters making money with no hesitating. Spreading love and we elevating. That's on my life. Put on your birthday fit and be on your way. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Got bottles on the table, security on guard. Fiesta all day, screaming, oh my God. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's my birthday. Okay, we gon' get lit with a bit of that rosé. On white, on shades Dolce. Party all night like just be the whole case. It's my birthday. We gon' live, the roof on fire. We ain't gon' chill in the house, we outside. From the east, west, north to the south side. Party all night, I ain't got a 9 to 5. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, My Life Entertainment.
All right, man. So that video was dope, man. That was dope, man. So y'all had the boat, everything, man, and man, that's what's happening, man. So yeah. So again, man, I just love the hospitality here at the Karma Lounge. Yeah, you said it right there. At the Karma Lounge. So we about to fire up a couple stogies.
Oh yeah, that's why I rock it.
All
I
right.
like it all.
Yeah. Sure. All right.
Yeah.
So that's how we doing it, man. We like the Cohiba. All right.
I have a V cutter for you.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's why I rock with them, man. That's why
Yeah.
I come, man. I've been rocking with them for years.
Yeah. This is.
My video, that's on my life here. They went viral, boy.
Oh, that was
that's
it.
what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
About a year.
Yeah. Okay.
It went viral, and man, he was telling me, he's like, man, we got so many people coming up here after that, man.
Man.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, my brother. Well, hey, man.
His ass
You
straight
know,
up.
you go. You got sir. Yes, sir, man. To boss talk.
Yes.
So,
Make sure
and thanks for the stogie, man. It's actually, match my blue, man. The CINO blue.
Make sure I
You
get
know.
the ashtray here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So let's get into the kind of the, I guess, the downfall of
The
one
ugly.
industry and then the uprising of, how it's the bounce back. Cause I love the comeback story. So what happened with the federal penitentiary deal?
Man, really, I got, like most people, when you making millions and you just like, you running across fake people. You don't even know what's real. Everybody, bringing these great stories to you and this beauty and just the lights and all that. And I got wrapped up and caught up in that, man. The entertainment industry, when I had Tension and, Don and the music industry, and I was like wrapped up into the wrong people and, models and just, it just got me.
Cause you moved like
I moved to New Orleans.
Yeah, I remember.
That with Juvie. That's how me and Juvie got.
Yeah. You was doing some things in New Orleans and kind of managing. So what happened? Like,
man,
cause we heard the stories. Like, it's rumor alert.
I know. I started. You gotta think about, okay, I was a worker. So I got to the point where I was like those guys golfing. I was like, I stopped working, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just spending money.
Okay.
And then I got in the habit of gambling. Yeah, I'm talking about when I was gambling, like I remember going to the casino and I would be, Jordan would be right there and I'd be have my own table. He'd have his own table, I have my own table. I got like 20, 30 grand. He got, he was on something. But I'm gambling 20, 30,000 at a time, just going. And I was doing this like every other day. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And partying, drinking and partying and stuff, and hanging around the wrong women and people, and it kind of threw me off, man. After a while, I found myself in darkness, bro.
Yeah.
And then you got to think and see. So it'll make sense when I tell you this. If I'm in the insurance business, and of course, if I'm the best in the world, I had profiles. So I ended up allowing profiles to be compromised by people that was meeting in that industry.
Okay.
And then when they went crazy, what they was doing with it, it led up to me.
So what was your actual charge? What was like
my actual charge was wire fraud.
Wire fraud.
It's when you allow, like for example, you allow anybody, say if you're in business and you get profiles and you give it to someone and they go do something with it, or even you do something with it, and it's electronically, it's called like a wire fraud or identity theft.
Okay.
Because these people didn't allow you to, compromise their information. And they did that, like, strippers and stuff, that's what they do.
Yeah.
And they was running
like
it up.
money laundering, wire fraud, all that kind of
wire fraud, those are the kind of charges.
Federal. Okay. So the people that I know that go to federal prison normally come out better than they went in.
That's true.
I'm just saying, like,
I met a lot of smart guys.
Federal prison has been called like a university for millionaires.
I wrote this book in there.
Yeah. So you wrote your book in
there.
Yeah. And how long did you do in federal prison?
I did 4 years.
4 years.
Before a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you feel going? Like, how did that feel? Like,
hey man, that was
the initial shock of it. Handcuffs, all that type of stuff. Like,
and the crazy part of that, when I was arrested, I was a wrestler. So in this area, most of the wrestlers are like federal agents. They're like cops and all that. So they all knew me. They was like Underwood. They was just the crazy problem. I'm in my handcuffs. They dapped me up.
So you were here in Indiana, or you in New Orleans?
When I got arrested, I was arrested in Indiana.
Okay.
I came back, and then they brought me to the county, and that's when I met all my people. Everybody knew me.
Yeah.
They hated even arresting me. They hated it. It was like, oh man, that's Underwood. It was like that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And just the crazy part, the federal agents was right there, and they didn't know me like that, but everybody else was like talking to me, and they looking at them like they dapping me. I'm handcuffed. I'm like, man, you dapping me in handcuffs, bro? I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go to jail. Stop it. They smiling and like, man, that's Underwood. That's the state guy. He's the wrestlers. The whole process when these agents were there taking me in. That's what was happening.
Wow.
That was something. That was an experience. I thought, I was in like a daze.
So when did reality set in for you? Like damn, I messed up. Like, I really messed up.
When they pulled up on me, that's when reality set in, and I being a leader, we take responsibility. Anyway.
Yeah, you took responsibility.
That's one thing. If we wrong about anything, that's my wife will tell you. She's like, she knows when I'm like, serious about something, because I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna argue, and I'm gonna like, hey, and she'd be like, you know what? I know you're telling the truth because one thing about you, when you're wrong about something, you're gonna admit it.
Yeah. There's a movie that one of my favorite movies is and you probably like this too, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Does that story? Do you relate to that story?
That's definitely my story. It's definitely my story.
I mean, not the drugs. He was heavy on drugs. But
they was trying to get me into drugs, but I never could get into that. Like, I smoked marijuana and stuff, but I couldn't get into the pill pop and all that. They was trying to get me in that industry though. They was always trying to get you pills, and I was like, no, I don't want that. Like, I was scared of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was scared of that.
So you're in federal. So you do 4 years. How did the time go? Like, did it fly? Did you look up? It was like, or did they sit like it was like, okay, you got 4 years, or did you have to appeal, or did you have more time?
They were on me because they really wanted more. Once they investigated me and they saw, all the money I made, like all the places I traveled to, and they just really, a lot of time when they do that, they just want to really just knock your head off. They want to give you 10, 15.
Yeah.
So I had all kinds of bogus stuff on me too that I had to fight. It was a lot of like bogus stuff that I'm like, man, where did this come from? I don't know, because they were just really like, we gotta get you out of that, out the way. Because once they investigated me and found out my real history of how good I was in insurance, that's when a lot of envy set in too. Like this guy, how it is.
So was it like when you did the time, like did you have to pay a lawyer? Like was you paying lawyer fees? Like you had to so your lawyer got your time reduced, or
no, it was never reduced or nothing like that. I just, whatever it was, they started off at like saying I was responsible for like $600,000, and then I was like, no, I didn't do nothing like that. And then we fought it, got down to like about $50,000-$60,000.
So your lawyer was fighting more for the restitution than anything.
Yeah, because I was
in the damages and all that.
And I was honest. So, and then the prosecutor was like, he is being very honest about, what's taking place. So every time they would bring things to me and say, are you responsible for this? I was like, no, I'm responsible for this, and that's it.
Okay.
And then it got to it was in, mutual agreement.
Okay.
It was a low amount, and once it was a low amount like that,
you was like, okay,
I can't give you a lot of time for that.
Okay.
When you try to say I'm responsible for $1 million, but then it gets down to like a few thousand.
50, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Transform your financial future with creating innovative new opportunities and solutions. CINOs. Specializing in credit repair, we're your ally in enhancing your credit profile and unlocking new possibilities. At CINOs, we understand the intricacies of credit scores and offer expert guidance to rebuild and improve yours. Our dedicated team provides personalized strategies, helping you navigate and overcome credit challenges. Beyond credit repair, we offer business funding, trade line services, LLC setup, and more. But it all starts with a solid credit foundation. Take the first step towards financial empowerment with CINOs. Contact us today and start your journey to a better credit score.
I just was a person in business that made a mistake. I made a mistake because I got off into this world, this life I should never got into anyway,
And so that was the birth of, was that the birth of ML?
That's the birth of ML.
ML. Okay, so make sure you cop the book. ML, My Life Before and After Entertainment. And so I got my autographed book, so appreciate that. And I'm definitely gonna read this. So 4 years, get out. What was it like coming home, man? Was it a celebration? Did you pull up like,
It was definitely my wife, she held me down all that time, saying, my house was like $700,000 house, that, she was managing, while I was gone. And then
shout out to your wife, man. I know she,
Gina,
shout
she held
out.
it down. And the crazy part that the agents, like some of not the agents, but the investigators, like the state guys, they was trying to get my house. They thought I was gonna lose my house, and they was trying to get my house off like the sheriff's sale, because it was on the sheriff's sale at one point. But my wife took it back, boom, and got on point and got my house back. They was trying to get my house.
Yeah.
So
because you had a lot of
get me locked up, was trying to get my house.
Yeah. So you had a lot of assets before you.
Oh yeah, of course.
So you were able to keep most of your assets.
The money loss wasn't high.
Yeah.
They only can take your assets when you're responsible for millions of dollars. I wasn't responsible for them No, I made millions.
Okay.
You know, I was only responsible for like a few $1,000 loss because I got distracted in gambling and all that craziness.
So
and I
do
got
you-
caught up.
Yeah.
You know.
So do you want to like say anything for the record? I mean, like we hear like, hey, I didn't, you know, or anything that you were accused of, or the streets say, the rumor, whatever. I mean, is it, or does it even matter? Like,
I mean, it really don't matter, but you know, when it comes to the streets, I mean, I've been loyal to the streets. That's one thing about me. Anybody can say any gangster. I've been really loyal to the streets, you know, because like I told you, my brothers were street guys. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to that, I ain't never. You got to think about it. They did tell me, like, you know, the profiles and stuff that violated. I could have got out of all of that if I would just started just talking about the people that I gave it to.
yeah,
You know, that's how they work.
yeah,
You know, you can get out of stuff. That's why I don't respect people, which I know a lot of guys in Gary, they cooperate and all that kind. I don't have no respect for none of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I had that opportunity. I would never do that. I was, man, just give me my time. Give it to me, man.
Yeah.
I don't even talk to them. I was like, man, I don't have no conversation for you. What it is, what you got? And that's it. I move around.
yeah,
I'm not gonna sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna give up this person or ruin this person's life and say, I mean, we always involved. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I took it all, man.
yeah, yeah,
You know, I just took it all and I did the little time and got up out of there.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So I mean, because you see how they doing Diddy right now, you know, what's your thoughts on that? Now, how everybody like he was everybody's such and such
Yeah,
this
they
big
worked
star
with him. Everybody
at
worked
one
with him.
time, and now how people social media then turned on him. What you think about
He's a
that?
perfect example of a black man who achieved success, but whenever you got those little flaws, it could be whatever it is, your personal life, they're gonna make it this big. So
Can you kind of relate to that a
I
little bit?
definitely can relate to that, man. Oh my
Yeah.
God, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can relate to that. I mean, I don't condone any, like I said, I don't have that kind of lifestyle,
yeah,
but I do see the patterns. Not only him, it's a lot of like, man,
Yeah.
millionaires.
yeah,
Once they're done with you, they come after you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I pray for like guys like LeBron James, and because right now he making a lot of people, like I was in the insurance industry making all these people millions.
Yeah, yeah.
They ain't finna touch him. He can do whatever he want to do. But what happens when you get out of that? When you retire or whatever,
yeah.
like
So
so
do you-
Jordan gambling.
So do you think it's the deal that, because I know Diddy was suing the company, the liquor company, the Ciroc,
Oh
and
yeah, of
all
course,
that.
involves all that.
So you think it was like
Mine is similar story.
powers that be
Similar
coming
story.
at him, kind of like when you got the $75,000 check and
When I got that and I left them and I started making my own, like I'm talking about, I went from maybe 1 point something million to like maybe 5 myself, and I cut everybody out. Yes, because you got to think about it. These insurance companies got the Department of Insurance all on they got them. So it's like I was protected because I was under them. So when I left that, I didn't have none of that. I didn't have the department and none of that. So it's like I'm out by myself and I'm pushing all these agents to get this money. And when anything come up, I didn't have to protect. You know what I'm saying? Any little thing, it could be little. I didn't have it.
and your name
They gonna make
probably-
it big.
Your name probably was
Oh, my
ringing
name was
through.
ringing
I
everywhere.
mean, yeah,
Oh, man.
you
Oh my God.
yeah.
So it's the same situation, but it's just
Yeah.
different scenes.
So you're out of jail, because I'm just kind of trying to get a timeline of your story and your life, before and after entertainment. So you're out of jail. What made you jump back into the music business? Because you weren't an artist yourself before.
Wow, that's a good question.
You were more manager. You was kind of like Suge Knight,
Yeah, I was.
or the Diddy.
I was
you
following, Master
you,
P's and
right, the P.
blueprint.
Yeah, you was doing that.
following that blueprint.
So what made you become the artist
I was
slash
there in
manager?
Phoenix. I met some good people. I mean, I met a lot of good people. And of course, you spent 4 years. I'm walking around. I'm talking. And most of the men in there recognize my talent.
Gotcha.
They recognize my talent. Like people was talking to me. I was counseling guys in there. I was entertaining. I was doing all those things. And then one of the guys just came and said, man, you know what, bro? All the stuff you was telling me about, all these people you putting money behind, man, put that behind yourself, bro. He was like, bro, you the one. He said, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You the one.
That's why I'm here right now. And let's see with you.
And I looked and I said, he said, bro, put that money behind yourself, man. He said, you talented, bro. Your personality, man, the way you ain't scared of nothing. And I was just listening to him. I was like, bro, you probably right about that. And that's when I got out, I said, you know what? I'm gonna put this money behind myself. Then if if it works, it's good. If I lose it, either way it go, I don't lose because it's like when you put my money behind someone else, and a lot of times when a person don't appreciate it, that's hurtful, man.
Man, bro.
Hey, bro, it's hurtful. I've done that a lot of times, man, and especially in Gary, man. And I finally realized, like in the last couple of years, that people just didn't appreciate it. They just wanted what they can get out of it, man. And I always thought it was love. I always had love. Like, man, I've been knowing you since we were young, man. I love you. 'Cause I really have love for people.
Right.
Like, I got love. When I say you my mans, you my mans. And you call me, I'm finna get evicted or whatever, and I need your help. I mean, I got you. You talking about what? I invested, man. I don't even want to be your landlord, man. Go ahead. Just pay me back when you get the time, and then you gonna move around, man. You're boss. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was. And, like Mary McGee, she was boxing and doing her thing. And I'm like, man, this girl is talented, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even know the insides of what happened with me and Mary. Man, bro, this girl.
Shout out to Mary McGee.
Mary
That's
McGee,
the boss.
shout out, man. Became a champion, got that belt.
Yeah.
Man, listen, this is serious, bro. It's a lot of politics to go with this boxing stuff. So I'm talking and maneuvering, trying to get this young lady, make her a champion. So she had the opportunity to fight someone overseas who was ranked, but no one had the money to get her here, so Mary can beat the brains out of her.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
And then I'm talking to the management and everybody else, like, you know what? Let me go and pay for this woman ticket and get her down here, because they was willing to come. $3,500 worth of flights, I think like $30-some $100, and then they wanted a few dollars, $2,500, whatever it was. I paid all that just so this woman could come up to Gary and fight Mary, because we know Mary was gonna knock her, she was gonna do her thing. And what it did was it positioned her in the rankings, and then, it was all she wrote after that.
Yeah.
The second time after that, I'm doing that with Mary. I had the opportunity to try to bring a world title fight in Gary, and that's what the challenge was for me. And I didn't see it financially feasible for me to do that at the Genesis Center. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have the accommodations, the heating. It was just so many things I had to get.
Oh, yeah.
I had to get stuff fixed. They were talking about you got to get stuff fixed. I had to pay both fighters and everything. I was like, hold up, it's not making sense. And Mary don't even know this. I talked to the management that she was dealing with, and told him, like, man, it ain't gonna make sense to bring this fight. I know she want to fight here in Gary, but it's got to be done. So he was like, man, Mary ain't gonna like that. I was like, man, it's not gonna make financial sense for me.
Yeah.
At 10%. You know what I'm saying? And but she still did it. She went over to New York and got the belt.
Man,
that's what it's all about.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
And see, that's all I cared about. I just wanted her to win. I've been knowing her since she was a little girl.
Yeah.
The whole family, the McGee's, they like my family. They grew up in the hall where I went to.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So she don't, she was real young, but she don't even know. I looked at her like real family. Like, I wanted to make sure the position helped you to get to where you are. Although she's been knocking heads before she met me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to really, because sometimes you need that little jump. You need that little kick.
Yeah.
To kind of like, all right.
And this was after you got out. This is
all this happened after I got out. When I got back with, I did a song with Juvenile and Tension, and it was called My Life. We did that, and then I started, helping with, promoting boxing and stuff like that.
So boxing promoter, artist. So let's talk about
and then Don. Forget about Don now. Don Moore.
Oh yeah, that's my man.
Hey,
man.
Don Moore. Hey, listen. And let me tell you something.
I'm proud of Don, man.
Let me tell you something, man. And some people I talk to, like, man, you should be mad at him. And I'm like, nah, I'm not, because Don called me when he got that fight with Mayweather.
Okay.
He called me, and you know how it is with us as leaders. It's not about money a lot of times. We want to profit when we invest. I invest a lot of money in Don, because he was in, Mayweather kept training on him years before I went to the feds.
Right.
And then, I went in there while he was with him. He's like, man, he had to come back home because I couldn't support him financially no more because I was in the feds.
Yeah.
And he called me, right before he fought Mayweather, and he thanked me. He said, bro, I wouldn't be in this position right now if it wasn't for you. I just want to just personally call you, bro, and just thank you, man.
That's love.
And I ain't gonna lie, that meant a lot. Like how you gave me that, you know what I'm saying? It just, I was like, wow. Even though he made a lot of money off that fight, I didn't make no money off that. I wasn't on contract with him no more.
Yeah.
Even though I went through, a lot of bread, I went on contract. So when he fought him, I didn't feel like obligated for him to give me anything, but he gave me a thank you.
Right.
Gave me a thank you.
And acknowledgement. I mean, because like you said, man, that's all we really want, man.
Just be appreciative.
Some people can't even do that. And that's the kicker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could look at my Cash App in my Zelle, and I'm like, it's sure more money going out than it's coming. It comes in. You know what I'm saying? To people, not to businesses, but to people. And I'm like, wow,
I kind of switched that though. I kind of changed, but I only get to my family now, man. I'm very careful.
Oh, the switch has happened to me too.
I switched up. I don't. People just could come to me on the streets and be like, my wife would be like, what? Who you helping now? Man, I don't. I'll be like, you know what? Tell you what I do. I give you advice.
Yeah.
I give you free game.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm gonna give you free game. I'll have a conversation with you about 10, 15 minutes. If you listen to me, you're gonna make a lot of money. Or you're gonna win, whatever. Because I done been there and done that what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Especially with these artists, man.
Yeah.
Look at the artists around here, man. Like, this, like, that's why Dame Dash see an opportunity around here. Because they're not promoting their music. These guys dropping these tight videos and getting 100, 300 views.
Yeah.
And they're not understanding that it's a marketing thing to come with that. And I got the game to that. So every artist, you hear me, that I see that's listening to me, I give them the game. And guess what? They get numbers.
So are you working with any artists yourself now?
I consult.
Okay,
a few artists.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't mention their names, but I consult them. And the ones I'm consulting are the ones you seen making noise, them the ones I'm in their ear.
Yeah.
The ones you seeing on social media making the noise and doing their thing. You see the numbers. You see their numbers. I'm in there. Every one of them, especially around here, I'm in their ear.
Yeah. So do you want to get back into management, or you like consulting? Like, do you want to take somebody under your wing, or you?
No, I'm kind of done with that. I think right now, man, I have an opportunity. You see all the skills I've developed.
Yeah.
Sales and management, man. I broke all these insurance records and stuff like that. I'm finna apply all that to my wife's business, man. GSO, I used to always joke with her and tell her, I'm like, baby, so you able to afford me? I'm gonna be. And she's positioning herself right now, but she can afford. Look what she done to her bit. Look what, man, she's starting.
So let's talk about that. I mean, let's
got a whole warehouse.
For those who don't know, let's talk about your wife's business, because I'm about to get her on the show too. Because when I told somebody I've been promoting, and I'm like, yeah, you getting Marlon? It's like, is his wife coming? I'm like, no, we just gonna chop it up. The fellas
my wife,
now.
She's a real superstar.
But
I've been.
So what does she do? Like for those who don't know, what is?
Well, my wife is the creator of Good Sense Oils products. I mean, she has the best body scrubs and body creams in America, in the world. We're shipping all over the world. Hollywood.
We're gonna drop that in the comments too.
Yeah. Hollywood is her biggest clients. Like all the superstars in Hollywood, and this is the crazy part. They're calling her. Like, I'm in the bed. Brandy is like calling my wife. I'm in the bed and she's FaceTiming with Brandy. She's talking with like all these superstars, and they all look at her like a mother or something.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at I'm like, man, hold up. My best investment is right here laying in the bed with me. No more giving to anybody else. I'm like, any I got away.
Y'all messed up. Y'all messed up the bag, man.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all messed up
me that too. She said, you used to overlook me all the time, investing in all these other people. And all along, I was that one. I was like, you're right. You was the one all along. You was the real one all along.
Wow, man.
And that's somehow that had.
Yeah.
Your wife in the kitchen making stuff. You just looking. I'm like, I'm moving. I'm on something else. I'm on something else. So I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? Boxing and all that kind of stuff, and then music. And then she in the kitchen whipping up stuff. Just whipping. Her whip game is getting better and better. And here it is. She got the best whip game. Ain't nobody better than her when it comes to that. I'm talking about she got everybody hooked on that, man.
Wow. Man, you should have brought me some, man.
Hey, you right. I got you my book. I brought you my book.
It's all good.
And look, but she comes, she brings.
Got you. Regina, I need you on Convo with CINO. Need you on Convo with CINO.
Yeah, she definitely rock with you.
Definitely.
She'll leave it like me. You know, she rock with. She love what she love about us. Like is the transparency and the genuineness.
Yeah.
You know, Pisces. She a Pisces, so they love
That's
that.
my daughter. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you know.
I know you're going crazy about this.
Yeah.
Because you genuine. You know, they love genuine people.
Yeah.
You know, they suspicious anyway. They always like, you know.
Yeah.
But when they love genuine people, man. That's what. Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. She'll definitely be good.
So let's get into some of your music, man. I mean, you know, we just heard the birthday song.
Okay.
Here's a light too. We just heard the birthday song. Talk about some of the artists that you work with, you know, on your return to being an artist yourself. Like who have you collaborated with?
See, we recorded King God Legend in Boosie's house.
Okay.
My dog was on that. Latrice, Shauna. You know, Shauna's the best female rapper in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me. You know, we did that at Boosie's house. That song King God. It's still getting a lot of streams. That song alone, like, you know, Boosie out there and really moving around now.
Yeah.
So people like streaming that song.
Boosie has definitely reinvented itself.
Yeah, he's moving around.
Let's be honest.
Streams is picking up on that. I'm like, you know what? It's because Boosie is out here talking and doing his thing. So people streaming, you know, that song too a lot too.
So speaking of that, so how important is social media and marketing? What's the impact, and what would you suggest people do to, you know, really build their brand? You know, give us some business tips.
You gotta use Google Ads. That's what we lack it around here. For some reason, it's like, I don't know what's wrong. All these other cities like Memphis and Atlanta, Cali, they are on that. And that's how their artists are blowing up. They're running ads. They're putting money in the marketing. Not only are they doing putting money in the videos and, you know, in the studio and putting it together, when it's done, they're actually putting money behind the marketing to throw it out there to see who likes what you presented. And then when you put it out there and you see who like what you're putting out there, then you target that, because you can see the data.
Yeah.
The data gonna come back like, oh, my age group, like my age group is like 26 to like 59.
Yeah.
So, okay, target them. You know, demographics. Oh, you find out Iowa likes this stuff more. Or like right now, that birthday song's overseas. All the Latinos is liking that song. So target them, you know.
Yeah.
You have to, it's like being a scientist, like being behind the scenes, running ads, and staying away from areas that don't like this stuff, but putting it in in front of people that do like it. And that's what I try to tell all the artists or anyone in this business. You want to put your product in front of people who are like-minded like you, and get your own fan base like you. It's like religion. Get your own religion.
Yeah.
Get your own people who like and think like you, like your music. Because I got my fan base.
Yeah.
People wonder, how do you get 100,000? I got my own people who like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Which is not. I'm not like the young.
And it looks good. It sounds good. It's quality. You know what I'm saying? So you're not putting out garbage either. You're not putting out junk.
Yeah.
You know. So definitely. So you pretty much data driven. When it comes to marketing, knowing your data, knowing your numbers, Google ads, you know, so these are some tips for, artists.
That's $1 million game. Yeah. As Gilly said,
yeah,
that's a $1 million game right there. If a lot of, people, that game right there, for some reason, I don't know why people don't want to put money behind them.
But it takes money. I mean, I think I heard Future, and even Jeezy said, I think it took Jeezy, I think he spent about $2 million to really blow, and I think Future talked about at least 200,000.
Well, radio, I know at one point before all this jumped off radio, you had to pay them 200,000. That Mammy song, Mammy Don't, man, I got on a payment plan on radio for that song. I got $3,500 a week. I was giving them to keep Mammy going and going and going. You know what I'm saying? It cost.
So did you profit? Did you guys profit from that?
Of course, you're not gonna really make back the money that you put in, but the notoriety was there, the popularity came, attention was getting, That's how, BET, I mean, he was, I mean, we would go places, people storming him like, he was signing autographs. At that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you get the notoriety, and then a lot of times you get the notoriety, and then the money come afterwards. So you got to keep driving and keep going And once you spent so much
You got to reinvest back into the
Exactly.
business. You can't just take the money and and splurge and then
yeah.
It,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you put all this money out there and you get popular, you get your money off your popularity.
yeah.
Because once you get your popularity, then you do shows, then you can capitalize on, features, but you done already been through like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
The investor did.
Yeah,
But then the artist goes and makes a profit.
So
That's why a lot of these CEOs be doing these 360 contracts, because a lot of them even want to get their money back.
Yeah.
But they can put so much money into you getting to where you at. Now you making the money. You're like, hey, I gotta make some money back.
So celebrity and money. Let's talk about like the parallel between reality or success, right? Because when you think about, take a Boosie for example.
Yeah.
Boosie had, died, probably ain't had a #1 hit. I don't know, #1 hit. Since a long
Yeah,
time,
he had a
right?
couple songs that's hot.
But
Yeah.
his celebrity, he was able to reinvent himself based on his celebrity.
Right.
Even a person like Donald Trump. So I think celebrities have to really take into a fact that their celebrity is a business.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they cash in on that. That's where the
Yeah.
big money at.
Yeah.
Because you're a celebrity, somebody pay you $30,000 to show up somewhere. All you gotta do is show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's easy money.
So is that why you're a celebrity now? So you can
You know what? I'm at an age, I'm married, I have a daughter in college and all that. I didn't chase that. I just didn't. I'm just chasing what I love, and
So how do you feel like the old school, like the Jay-Z, the guys in our 40s and rapping? They talk about the old guys rapping. What do you say to people who say, man, you shouldn't be rapping, or you're too old to be rapping, or how do you feel about that?
I just love music. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
I've been in music since I was Williams School. Miss Hatcher, the mayor.
Yeah,
Hatcher, his wife. She took me under her wing and just had me singing and dancing. And every time we had award shows, she was just training me for this,
Yeah.
So music became something I just love to do.
Yeah.
So even if I didn't, make a lot of money off of it, it didn't matter. I just like to do it.
Yeah.
And it just so happened I got viewers. I got people who like my music.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Like when I see I got 300,000 views on it, I'm like, man.
And most rappers are living your real lifestyle. Or trying to. I mean, most of the stuff that they probably, the average rapper hadn't seen a million. Probably hadn't seen a couple 100,000.
I've been through so many millions, bro. I've been up and down. That's why I'm able to help a lot of people, man. Because like I see you do the credit stuff. Oh man, I see guys.
And I like doing that. I really enjoy, even with Legal Shield, I mean, all of my services are about helping people. But even with the credit repair and business funding, it's a great feeling to just see people, expand their business and repair something and really educate them on not to mess it up again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've done that a couple times. Cause I remember having $1 million in credit that I ain't even touched.
But that's the best time to get money when you ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm using these conditions I'm getting from the insurance company. I'm using that money. But here I had Black Cards and American Express. At one point in time I had all that. I went through bankruptcies too. You can't have all that when you're in bankruptcy. But I remember a time when I had all that, like millions of dollars in credit, so when I see people now in that position I was then, I tell them, hey, this is what you need to do. And I help them from that point. You want to go ahead and liquidate and maximize and use that money. Don't use your money. Use that money as leverage.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
OPM.
Exactly.
Other people's money.
And I didn't know better then. I didn't know. I was just, I was living, hey, I'm 26 years old. Come on.
Yeah.
26 years old, man. I'm in a neighborhood. And I'm like the second Black person to move out in that neighborhood. Right now. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. Man. So music business, entertainment, now consulting. So tell us a little bit about your consulting company and what you're doing, and so I mean, what you're doing now, and are you looking for people, or like what's the opportunity now? Like where's the money flowing now?
Well, right now I'm really retired. I just consult, when individuals contact me, whether in music or insurance. I got some relationships in the insurance industry.
Yeah.
There's people that I brought in the industry that are president of companies right now.
Okay.
I mean, it's like about 6 guys right now that used to work under me that are running insurance companies. So they already know who to call. So they'll call me when they want me to do like a sales seminar, to motivate the sales force. They'll pay me, $1 to come up.
Yeah.
To encourage the sales force and teach them skills, certain things, so they can go out there and increase production.
Gotcha.
And I've always had success doing that.
Yeah.
There's one company right now, not too long ago, contacted me. They want to hire me on as pay me a salary. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
But I do consult. Anybody who inbox me or reach out to me, I will give you the game. A lot of times I give it to you for free, and money just comes to me because I give it away for free.
Yeah.
It just comes back.
So Empire Records, is that your company or is that your parent company?
Yeah, Empire Records, I got distribution with them. But
Okay.
Empire Records, when I first got out and I was making that music and I was doing my thing, at my age, and I was getting the numbers I was getting and the quality of music, there was a guy from California that contacted Shane. You probably know Shane Foster. Shane Foster, he's big. He's one of them Grammy guys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they gave me the offer. It was like, you know what? We don't have no one in your lane with us at Empire. If you look at Empire Records, you got all these gangsters. You got all these.
Yeah.
My lane, player lane, boss lane, talking. The way I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking the way the record labels want you to talk in my music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you educating people.
Yeah, I'm educating.
Your music is education.
Yes,
like really, it's like a seminar. Like if you listen to your
true.
music, it's like listening to
That's
a
true.
business seminar. Like you
That's
coaching
true.
people in your music.
That's
and
right.
giving them the blueprint.
Giving you the blueprint in it.
Yeah.
Just listen.
Yeah.
Just listen close to it.
Yeah.
And
what would you call that drop? What would you call that music?
I don't know, game spitting or something. I don't know.
Game spitting, boss
No,
talk,
Boss talk. I say boss talk probably better.
Yeah, boss
Boss
talk,
talk probably better.
boss rap.
Boss, yeah,
You know
whatever.
what I'm saying?
As long
Boss
as I'm
rap?
giving, I'm happy.
Yeah.
As long as I'm giving to you, I'm happy. Because if
Yeah.
you listen to me, you're gonna win. Because I already made the mistakes. I already failed so many times. So I tell people when I'm talking to them, I say, listen, if you listen to what I'm saying, if you do it, you're gonna win. I done made all these mistakes already. What I'm giving you is the end. Is how you're gonna win. I done made the mistakes. What I'm telling you right now, just do it. Then they come back to me, man, you went line. I'm like, yeah, I know it's gonna happen.
You remind me of Master P, man. That's how P,
That's my guy, though.
when I listen to a lot of
That's
his
my guy. Master P, my guy.
documentaries, and a lot of his talking, and I mean,
He's my guy.
even to see him transit, like people just thought P was make it say, but the man is a
mogul.
business. He's a mogul. You know what I'm saying? Period. And you kind of remind me of that, man, of the P. And building that empire, man. So I guess everything that you do, man, and even the name of the company, Empire. I mean, that's what you building. That's what you built.
Well, I got distribution with them.
Yeah.
Empire's big.
Yeah.
But I have my distribution, which means that when I make music, I can distribute it through them, which they got all these different channels and, relationships.
Yeah.
That I can't do on my own. Like if I distribute it on my own.
Yeah.
So I distribute it through them.
Yeah.
And they kind of they get you into prisons. They put your music in places that music can't.
Yeah.
Not gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of prison, talk about the prison reform stuff that you're doing too. I know you giving back.
You know what? That is huge. I had to kind of back off a little bit from because that's this.
Okay.
That's a sensitive thing.
Okay.
Because you got Democrats, Republicans. Some people don't want you on that. Some, what I'm saying. So it's like that's sensitive. Like that's part of my issues. Like I've been having.
The political politics.
Yeah, because when I got into that, and I started, exposing a lot of things, what I'm saying, you're in a whole nother game.
Yeah.
And I had to back off, and you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. I had to position, I got to get in the right position. That's why I say my wife's business, building, see, you can't question that. Can't nobody, because that's self-made. So if I could take what I've done and made y'all millions, and I could work with my wife and just build, and now we're gonna do what anybody can say. Now I can position myself to do what I dreamed. You know, I could do that.
Yeah.
I can't. I got to be in a whole nother arena to do
Yeah.
that. I can't do it in that arena.
Yeah.
I have to be in my own, and, you know, have the power to be able to have a voice to talk on stuff like that, because that's sensitive, bro.
Yeah. So two bosses in the house. Who's the biggest boss? Who's the biggest boss in the house?
Oh, my wife would tell you it's me. she gonna tell you it's me. My wife, she always say I'm a product of you. She always, you talk to her, she be like, I'm a product of my husband. Cause she, sometimes I don't be think she listening to me, but she be listening to everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, and she try to, you know, implement it and follow it. You know what I'm saying? And look where she's at, man. Come on, man. Look, I mean, we got our own warehouse. We shipping all over the world. Man, this girl is killing the game. And you know, we got our son. He's helping. He's over the shipping. And so that's where we try to position it right now, where I can be production. I can be over the production to increase that. Where I was doing with insurance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where I can say, okay, we can get this. You know, I can set my mind to something like, okay, we got to move this way to get $1 million a month. You know what I'm saying? But we got to have, you know, we got to have a system in place to do that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm coming in to do.
To build a system.
I was an investor at one point, like, okay, I'm whenever it's needed help. But now I got to come in and use my expertise to take it where I took insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's that's my only goal. That's my only focus right now. Everybody else, I love it. I mean, I love people in business, all that stuff. But right now, it's my family. That's my, like, you look at my birthday party. Everybody that came to my party was my family, man. That was my family that came.
Yeah.
I only had like 4 people that friends. But my family, you know.
Man, you got a big family, man. I know. I'm looking at that party. I'm like, wait, man, I know him. I'm like, I ain't know this. You know,
I got a big
shout out
family,
to the fam, man.
I got
Shout out to the fam.
The Underwood family is huge, and it's very loving family too. Very loving,
dope,
close-knit family.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, any last words, man, before we wrap up, man? It's been a dope interview, man. We could go all day,
I appreciate you having me, having me on your show. I respect what you're doing. You know, I pray nothing but greatness on what you're doing, because what you're doing is providing a platform to educate young black people, man, to really kind of like be better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you providing that, and, that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That, someone like you to provide a platform where someone could just listen and get an education for free from different people. I told my wife that. I said, man, see, I got a lot of respect for C and what he's doing. I was like, what he's doing is big. And I said, I just pray that you continue to stay consistent and do that, because you're gonna get a lot of obstacles, man, because you're doing something against the grain.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a lot of obstacles along the way as you get bigger and bigger. Just keep fighting against it. Keep going against it, bro. Keep getting bigger and bigger. Just keep going, bro, because you going to something with this.
Man.
Yeah, you definitely on to something with this, bro. Tip my salute.
Man, salute to you, man, and appreciate the style, the class. We just in our element, man. So, we can do this all day, man. But man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate of course, the book, man. Make sure y'all go cop the book.
My life before and after entertainment.
Where can we find you at? Yeah, where can we
go
find
to
you on
Amazon,
social media?
you type in my real name, ML Underwood, on Amazon, it'll pop up. And it's up there when it comes to like memoirs.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was like, man, I'm up there. Like, that book is up there as far as sales with memoirs.
Yeah. What's your favorite chapter, man? What's the favorite chapter?
Man, all of them is, I'm transparent. I'm being honest about it. I'm like, my downfalls, my everything is in there.
Everything, man.
Pitfalls, my highlights. I'm just straight transparent, man.
So if you want to know about Mr. Underwood, ML My Life,
ML Underwood,
get the book, man.
That's all.
Check out on YouTube. Check out all the videos, man. You'll learn some game. You've been now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
It's your man, Corey Williams, the host of CONVO with CINO. We out. See you next time.
Yes, sir.